Look, our circumstances are slightly different. I was elevated a week or two after having the fight. Like, it could have just very easily been put on the line if Alexander Usyk wasn't holding on to the belt. But for me, this is the all-crowning, all-coming together moment of hearing and still in the ring, having that belt handed to me, being awarded, having my hand raised on the...
Seek and destroy, you know. I'm ready to turn up, man.
I hope he's in the best shape of his life. I hope he's trained hard. The team have got the game down to a T, and I hope he's coming to bring a fight.
What he's got. Talking style.
Justice Hooney, for example, is a better boxer than Daniel. He has better hand speed, combinations are put together, his footwork is better. Joseph Parker, for example, the run he was on prior to me beating him is better than the run that Daniel's been on. Like, you can't mark that.
Let me ask you, you've shown that you've got a good chin. Now, excuse the words, but understand the meaning. If you hang your chin out the way you did against Hooney and Parker, against Daniel Dubois, you're in trouble.
Maybe, but maybe not. He was landing shots to a T on Joe Joyce and they didn't have no effect. He's had plenty of
Long time ago,
but what, has he come on? Has he suddenly put on 20 kg of mass? Is he suddenly punching 50% harder? Like...
This is a question for both of you. Either one of you can jump in if you want to.
No, I'm sure Daniel's got loads to say.
Don't be facetious, Fabio. Don't be facetious. We've heard a lot about landlords in this division. Are either one of you two going to be landlords, or are you just squatters waiting for Moses Atoma to come along and take possession?
Over to you, mate. Do you want to start that one?
One fight at a time. I get through this guy and then whoever else next.
Jump in?
Yeah, look, one fight at a time.
Okay, all right. So potential squatters then. Fabio, you called him a bin man, and then you try to dress it up, you facetious sod, as a compliment. Why'd you call him a bin man?
I ran out of good answers, I'll be honest with you. They asked me about 6 or 7 other fighters beforehand. I said Tyson Fury would go work at Butlins. I said Chisora would be working with donkeys or something. Like, I ran out of good, funny answers, so all I had left for him was a bin man. I don't know why it's upset him so much. I didn't say it was a bad job. So good.
And we've got rumours that you put him to sleep in sparring. This is a perfect fight for you. This is an easy night's work, isn't it?
No, I'm ready for a fight. I've trained hard. I'm ready for a war. Let's go, man. The talking's done now. Let's fight.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Wardley just slapped Dubois at the face-off. Security had to jump in. And what happened next completely changed this entire fight week. This isn't just pre-fight theater anymore.
Gonna lie, guys, you can take that confidence away from him within the first 3 minutes of the fight. And if you come out, start strong, put him a strong jab on him, you can get a reaction at him and you can diminish his hope.
The slap heard round the boxing world. Dubois didn't back down, camps started clashing, and suddenly everyone realized this beef is absolutely real. You can fake a lot of things in boxing promotion, but you can't fake that kind of raw emotion.
If Daniel Dubois wasn't a boxer, I think he might just be like a bin man or something like that.
And by the way, Fabio, I heard you call me the dust man, and I'm gonna collect the trash, boy. I'm gonna collect that trash. Nah, it's disrespect, so I'm gonna put it right in the ring, boy. I'm gonna bust his bubble anyway. That's what I gotta do.
I didn't call you the dust man. Someone asked me what you might have as a job, and I said might be a bin man. There was nothing negative with that. Don't let other people get in your head and tell you what it comes across like.
I heard what you said.
You didn't hear
I
what
heard
I said.
what you said.
You didn't hear what I said because you don't run your own social media.
All right, I heard.
So you didn't hear it. You let other people talk to you and tell you what you
I heard
should
what
be
you said.
like.
I
And
was
it wasn't like that. I just got asked what job you might have, and I said a bin man. I didn't say it was a bad job.
But here's what's really wild about this whole situation. Wardley is out here playing mind games, questioning whether Dubois has actually improved or if he's just the same fighter with decent power. That's not trash talk, that's calculated psychological warfare.
I think Fabio Wardley. I think I'll make him the favourite. Like, if that's as close as I can go to picking a winner, I'm going to make him the favourite.
Yeah.
Just because of momentum right now. Dubois, he climbed his mountain against Joshua. He then fell off the mountain against Usyk.
And Dubois, he's had enough of the disrespect. You can see the frustration building every time someone questions his mentality. The man is trying to prove he belongs at elite level, but everyone keeps bringing up his past struggles under pressure.
But that, as a result, might alter the way he thinks as well. When things get hard, you know what? I'm not saying he's a quitter. It's never been that. It's just what I've seen in fights when it gets really hard and he's got to walk back to his corner when probably could have got up on that 8 and go again. But listen, he is what he...
Tony Bellew breaks it down perfectly. Wardley is adaptable, has multiple ways to win, but early pressure can shift momentum fast. Translation: this fight comes down to who imposes their will first. And at heavyweight, that usually means someone's getting knocked out.
It's a great matchup. Both have power. Fabio has this resilience. I think Dubois has a bit more resilience than people are giving him credit for. I saw that against Jarrell Miller. I saw it in spots against Hrgovic. Both are confident. The issue, I guess, for Dubois is that he is coming off a loss. I think we sometimes forget that. But I like the fact he said, you know what, fuck it, let's jump straight in with a big one. There is no, okay, you know what, let's have a 10-round warm-up fight against someone ranked number 30 to get my confidence back. No. Let's go straight in there. Who's got a belt? Who can I fight? And I love that.
George Groves is leaning Wardley because of momentum and current form. But here's the kicker. He mentions Dubois already being tested by Joshua and Usyk. Tested and exposed. That's the elephant in the room nobody wants to address directly.
Have you guys ever sparred each other?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah? How long ago? What are we talking?
7 years, 8 years maybe.
Do you both remember that? Mm-hmm. How did that sparring go? Not that that means anything come fight night's a long time ago, you're a different fighter. How did that go?
It went well, but in the early days he got the better of me.
Yeah?
We'll say that. I've got no problem with that whatsoever.
Do you remember those, Lauren?
Yeah, it's just like he said. He's come on since then now, so.
We've grown a lot since then for both parts. I'm nowhere near the fighter I was that many years ago. And in the fights he's had, he's grown and changed and adapted as well. Like, you have to. Like, if you want to stay at the high level of this game, that's what you have to do. But even in them, like you say, in those 7, 8 years I've changed, but not just that. Even in the last 2, 3 fights I've changed. I've grown, developed, got better, adjusted, changed, weathered storms, figured it out. Like, I've gone through milestones and you can watch them from fight to fight to fight, the adjustments I make. So all I'm proving is that I'm constantly learning. And
Paul Smith drops the real truth bomb. He's not calling Dubois a quitter, but he's highlighting patterns under elite pressure. When things get uncomfortable, has Dubois taken a step back? Against a relentless pressure fighter like Wardley, those moments matter everything.
Fitly, Daniel's father in particular, he recognized what I've done for Daniel and the father. And I too recognize what they done for me as a coach. So it's a mutual thing. Like I said, it was a sudden ending, and that doesn't sit well with me in the way that it ended. I haven't got this entitlement that I must be Daniel Dubois' coach.
No, fair enough.
But the timing of it, when 48 hours prior to me being dismissed, sacked. The conversations I was having with Daniel's father didn't suggest. No, that's the only thing that doesn't sit well with me. But like I said, I've digested it, I've acknowledged it, accepted it, processed it, and I've accepted it.
The timing of this fight is absolutely crazy. Dubois is coming straight off a loss and jumping into a high-risk fight immediately. That shows heart, but it also adds massive pressure. There's no easing back into form at this level.
You know, Dubois kind of sometimes pulls it out when he's least expected, and I do feel he is a better boxer. He's a very hard puncher, and you know, Fabio's got to get hold of him early and kind of really take him out of his comfort zone early on. But he wasn't intimidated by Anthony Joshua, Dubois. You know, he's a strange one, Fabio, isn't he? Because he's kind of, it's like guerrilla warfare when you're watching box. It's not, you know, sometimes it's not pleasant to watch in the sense of boxing, but as a fight and a brawl or whatever, and pure determination and being an animal.
Don Charles reveals the behind-the-scenes drama. The emotional split from Dubois camp, the timing issues, the instability. At heavyweight level, trust in your corner is everything. When that's compromised, it affects preparation in ways fans never see. Fraser Clark points out Wardley's evolution: better defense, ring maturity, emotional control. Meanwhile, Dubois can still be overwhelmed by pressure moments. It's development versus raw fundamentals, and that contrast could decide everything. Johnny Fisher gets brutally honest about Dubois' technical limitations. The question isn't about toughness or power, it's about boxing IQ against elite opposition. Can raw strength overcome technical gaps when the pressure is on? Here's where Wardley reveals his true strategy. He openly admits he's trying to break opponents mentally over time. He's already planting seeds about Dubois folding under pressure in the past. That's next-level psychological warfare right there. So there you have it. A slap that changed everything, two fighters with serious questions to answer, and a heavyweight clash where mental strength might matter more than physical ability. The real question is, can Dubois silence the doubters about his mentality, or will Wardley's mind games prove he was right all along? Drop your prediction in the comments. Who breaks first when the punches start landing? If this breakdown opened your eyes to what's really happening behind the scenes, smash that like button and subscribe for more inside boxing analysis.